I grew up here in Albany. I'm an Albanian. Excuse me. Spent all my childhood and teenage and pre-adult hood up on the Hill. I'm from Arbor Hill, and I've been very blessed. I've been a member of the Metropolitan Baptist Church for longer than most of you are old, and so I'm not going to tell you how many years. I've been very blessed in my life. I am the county legislator for going on 12 years. I've been fortunate enough to represent a majority district. My district is the western part of the city of Albany, a part of Colony, you know, for some reason the folks, which is a majority community, have elected me going on 12 years. And before that, I served as a committee person out there as well. And again, I'm blessed by being in a position to try to help. I inspired to be a police officer when I was a young man. I had an appointment to the Albany Police, to the Capitol Police, and to the State Police all at the same time. I chose the Capitol Police because it was a new organization, and I felt that that was the place for me to go to try to bring changes to that institution. Now, back in the 60s, those, you know, you might have heard from relatives, from friends, from parents, from grandparents, some of the things, some of you, you know, some of the things and some of the incidents and some of the problems that we experienced in Albany, and I'm strictly speaking of Albany, in terms of the police institution. It was by, I think you know, the police felt that, you know, the way you keep down crime is that you do this by fear. And by fear of the police. And it simply does not work. It does not work because then you create animosity towards the police, and it was a time and a period of time where name calling, using the names that I don't care to repeat here, of course, but I think it was a time where it was just a carryover from previous history in terms of the institution itself. How do you keep them in line? How do you keep down crime? Is that you create fear of the police. And that was the atmosphere which I grew up here in Albany. And someone asked me, well, why would you want to become a police officer seeing the things that you saw? Well, I kind of felt that, you know, you cannot bring changes to an institution from the outside. You have to try to work it from the inside. So I kind of felt in my very naive way that to bring changes to this institution is to become a part of it. And so when I looked at the 2-3 departments that I had an opportunity to go with, I chose the state because Albany I couldn't deal with because of the abusive tactics that I witnessed almost on a daily basis. I served with many years, probably 20 years, I don't want to go further than that, with Frank Commisso on the ward committee and et cetera. And I end up in the county legislature essentially because of him. Our committee selected a person led by Frank, and I end up being that person. And I've been blessed for a couple of terms. I think I'm 10th, 11th. I lost count, and I don't want to go back. Again, Frank, thank you so much. And without your leadership, I know that I would not be here today. Thank you very much.